Friends, I am Navika Kishnani from the Great India School. In previous lecture, we have seen what are basics of integers. In that, what we have seen, what are natural numbers, what are whole numbers, what are negative numbers, and what are integers, and how to represent integers on number line. After that, addition and subtraction of integers, 4 basic rules, and examples based on that rules. And I have given you some homework regarding that. Hope you have done that. So today in this lecture we are going to discuss about properties of addition and subtraction of integers. So first is closure under addition. So in this, if for example if you take one integer as 3 and other integer as 5, if you add this 3 with 5, so we get answer 8, which is also an integer. So this property says that if you add two integers and the resultant answer is also an integer. In general, we say that if a and b are any two integers, then a plus b is also an integer. Okay, so second property, closure under subtraction. So for example, if you take one integer as 13 and other as 5, so if you subtract them, so 13 minus 5 we get 8, which is also an integer. So this property says that if you take any two integers as, suppose we take one integer as a and other integer as b, so a minus b is also an integer. So integer is closed under subtraction as well. Okay, so now let's talk about third property, that is commutative property. In that, for example, if you take one integer as 10 and another as 2, so if you add them both, so you get 12. And if you change the order, as if you add 2 with 10, we get the answer 12 again. So commutative property says that if two integers are added, so and if you change the order, then we get, in both the cases we get the same answer. So in general we say that if you take any two integers as a and b, so a plus b equals to b plus a. So now from this we say that addition is commutative for integers, means integers can be added in any manner. So now let's talk about subtraction. Its commutative property is applicable for subtraction of integers or not. So take one example, that if you take one integer as 5 and other integer as minus 3, so if you subtract minus 3 from 5, so 5 minus of minus 3, we get 5 plus 3, answer 8, which is an integer. And if you change the order, that is minus 3 minus 5, so minus 3 minus 5, its answer is minus 8. So in first case answer is 8 and in other case answer is minus 8. So both are equal or no, both are not equal. So commutative property is not applicable for subtraction of integers. So we say that integers cannot be subtracted in any manner. Okay, so now fourth property, associative property. In this, if you take three integers as minus 3, minus 2 and minus 5. So see, the fourth property is associative property. Let's take one example, considering three integers minus 3, minus 2 and minus 5. In this, we have to add these three integers in two different cases. First we group these two integers, then we group these two integers. Okay, so now take one first case, minus 3 is added with minus 2. So we get minus 3 minus 2 and further we add minus 5 with them. So minus 3 minus 2 we get minus 5, minus 5 plus minus we get here 5 as it is. So minus 5 we get minus 10. Now here second case, minus 3 is added with minus 2 plus minus 3. Here we group this minus 2 and with minus 5. So minus 2 minus 5 we get minus 7 and minus 3 as it is. Minus 3 minus 7 we get minus 10. Here what you observe that in both the cases resultant answer is same. So in general this property says that if you take any three integers as minus if you take any three integers a, b, c, then a plus b plus c is equals to a plus b plus c. In this, no matter that you group these two terms or you group these two terms, the answer remains same of the three integer after adding these three integers. Okay, so now we talk about fifth property, that is additive identity. In this, you have to consider one integer 0. If you add 0 with any other integer, so the resultant answer we get that integer itself. For example, if you add minus 23 with 0, you get minus 23. If 0 is added to minus 37, you get minus 37. If 0 is added to minus 59, you get minus 59. For example, if you add 4 with 0, you get 4. So, students, as you know all that if any number is added in 0, so you get that number itself. So in general, we say that if a be any integer, then a plus 0 equals to a. So integer 0 is an identity for integers. So this is all about properties of addition and subtraction of integers.